Once in a while, a story comes along that reminds us of something very simple, that kindness is the greatest strength of all. Today, I will tell you about a giant, a creature so mighty that the earth shook when he walked. Yet his heart was gentler than the smallest flower. This is the story of the kind elephant. In a village at the edge of a great forest, there lived a giant elephant. He was taller than the huts, stronger than 10 oxen, and yet his heart? Softer than butter left in the sun. Every morning, as he walked, he would carefully step around ants. "Excuse me, little ones," he would rumble. The ants would wave their tiny feelers as if saying, "Thanks, big guy." Sparrows would chirp from the branches. The elephant would stop and listen like an old man hearing gossip. And when children ran to him yelling, "Elephant! Elephant! Give us a ride!" he would scoop them up with his trunk. One boy laughed, "Higher, higher!" The elephant groaned, "Do I look like a merry-go-round to you?" But still he lifted them until they squealed with delight. Then came the terrible summer. The wells dried. The river became nothing but cracked mud. A rabbit wailed dramatically, "Oh no, this is the end of me!" A deer whispered, "My poor little one can't take another step." Even the crows croaked, "Water, water, we'll drink from a teacup if we have to." The elephant's ears drooped. His eyes glistened. He thought, "If I am big and strong but I do nothing, then what am I good for?" He stomped his feet. The ground shook like thunder. "Enough," he roared. "I will find water if I have to dig up the whole earth." He marched for hours. He dug with his tusks until his face was covered in dirt. He shoved aside giant boulders as if they were pebbles. He looked like a grumpy gardener on a very bad day. Finally, from the ground burst a hidden spring of cool, clear water. The animals went wild. The rabbit dove in like it was a swimming pool. The deer's fawn drank until her eyes sparkled again. The birds splashed, flapping their wings as if at a festival. "Hurrah for the elephant!" they cheered. "You saved us!" The elephant, covered in dust and sweat, sighed deeply. "Well," he said, "at least now I can take a bath too." He sprayed himself with his trunk, drenching the rabbit who squealed, "Hey, this is not a water park!" The forest rang with laughter. And so they remembered the truth that day. Strength is a gift, but kindness, that is what makes giants truly great. And so, in that dry summer, when the world seemed hopeless, it wasn't power or fear or size that saved the forest. It was kindness. The elephant never asked for praise. He simply lowered his trunk, smiled, and carried on. And maybe, just maybe, when we help one another, we too become giants in the eyes of the world.